Good morning, Prue Jones from Place Coastal Property with your weekly property report. Today is Monday, March the 4th. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. It's certainly been a great week in property last week, with 23 properties changing hands over our tract suburbs of Fingal, Cape Schanck, St Andrews Beach, Rosebud, Tutgaruk, Rye, Blairgowrie and Sorrento. Top sale was $2,200,507 for a property in Fingal, which was a lovely 3-bedroom home on 1,300 square metres overlooking the Legends Golf Course. So quite a lovely resort style property. Next in line was half an acre in Rye, which sold for 1.621. Lovely little bungalow at the bottom of Hay Street. So beautiful position there on in Oceanside Rye. And there's a couple of other larger homes in there for sale, which I'm sure will change hands very soon. It is quite a lovely area to reside in. Next sale was one in Rosebud, which was 1.275. Sadly, it didn't make a sale over the weekend. Of the 5 auctions that were offered, which is certainly the highest number of auctions we've had in months and months and months, 4 of them sold. So quite a high percentage, certainly above the 60% clearance rate that was reported in Melbourne over the weekend. So that is now for sale at $1,275,000. Entry price into the markets was a 2-bedroom unit in Eastbourne Road, a little brick villa unit, which sold for $585,000. So quite a good little investment property for a permanent rental option, in my view. And there were 6 sales over $1 million, but majority of sales were under $1 million this week, different to last week where there were substantially high number of certainly 1.5 plus homes and some well over 2. So the markets really swing from week to week as to what price of properties are selling. But certainly the volume, I think, of 23 sales shows us that we are starting to see that confidence return to the marketplace. And this is a fabulous thing for those of you who are thinking of selling. There's been certainly a very uncertain time in the last 12 months where the market has, frankly, looked pretty dim, but that's now changing, and we are starting to see a lot more confidence come back into the market. And that, that's due to a couple of factors. One, of course, we haven't had so much noise in the press about interest rates. In fact, the property markets have been pretty quiet in terms of reporting last week. Domain really reported nothing substantial, a couple of standout sales, one in Fitzroy, but no substantial developments in the finance markets regarding property interest rates and general sentiment. Fin Review, the Australian, reported nothing major last week. So, I think there comes a time in people's lives when they've got something in their sights that they simply say, let's just get on with it. We now feel more confident what the landscape is going to be. And frankly, if you are buying at the moment, whatever the interest rate is you're buying at, it will only be, in my view, several months before the cost of money will start to come down. And that was actually one of the articles that was printed in the Australian last week, that there is starting to have in the finance markets more rumblings about interest rates coming down sooner rather than later. A little bit of publicity about the upcoming budget, tax cuts and so forth. Will that play into our property market? Possibly. Our property markets run on sentiment, and bear in mind that our peninsula market has a higher degree of secondary homes, so not principal residences. So that is very much an emotional decision. The dream of owning a holiday house, lovely summers down on the beach and family gatherings and all those emotional factors which drive the purchase of a holiday home. And those are now starting to come to fruition for a lot more buyers. So yes, it's been an interesting market. Certainly, I've got the list of sales in front of me. If anyone, if you are curious about a property that's sold nearby you, and you would like the sales result. There were only 3 suppressed sales last week, so everything was reported publicly, so that's a good thing. And so if you would like to know the sale of a property, please give me a call, 0419 352 439, and I would be delighted to share that with you. And also, last weekend, just gone, the numbers of people through our open homes was substantially up. So that's also a very high degree of confidence in our markets that we are starting to see buyers visit open homes again. All of the factors that, if you're thinking of selling, are very important because they'll give you confidence when you come to market. Have a great week, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like any assistance in what a property campaign would look like with Place Coastal Property, please feel free to give me a call. I'd love to have a chat to you. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much.